You're watching Cheery TV.
Howdy everybody, and welcome back to Cannibal Crossing Quickies, where I just talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about when I want to talk about it, which is all of this week. For those of you who aren't aware, this entire week we're going to be doing a Cannibal Crossing Quickie before every thing we have planned in the day, and then just every day. Horribly scripted, actually not scripted at all, just rambling for a few minutes. No more than 10, I'm going to say. No more than 10 minutes. And I'm just taking up 30 seconds talking about this, so maybe we should get into the actual topic for today. Which you already know from the title. Which I don't really know what the title is yet, but it's gonna relate somehow. This is a story that just recently happened because I've just gotten back into Warframe. For those of you who don't know, Warframe is a free-to-play game on Steam and on the Xbox and whatever the hell else. It's basically just a grind till you unlock some shit, grind till you unlock more shit, and then you keep going from there and there. And it's basically just the whole sense of the gameplay is grind for 50 hours, get what you want. Maybe it's good, maybe you're bad at using it, and you probably should just grind for something else. That's pretty much the entire gameplay loop. And honestly, at first, when you're just getting into it and you're just learning all the new stuff and you're discovering things, it's very fun. It can be very fun. I played it for a long time, many years actually, but several years ago, I think like right before I went into college, I got fucking completely tired of it. And my friends, because I play with my friends, not my family, whatever I want to play out with my family, they got tired of it too, because eventually it just became, let's grind for fucking 2 weeks to get a cat. Or let's grind for a week and a half so we can get the specific mod we need for this thing. It's a lot of unnecessary, like the whole point of the game when you play it is, I'm going to play so I can maybe get the thing I want to play with. You know, I'd rather just have the thing I want to play with. I'm okay with unlockables in games, but when you have to grind for hours and hours and hours for a chance at a thing that you want, it just gets tedious, and it gets boring after a while. So I'm okay with it to an extent. Again, I played it for years, and that's perfectly fine. But either way, that's just my Warframe rant. But what I'm here to talk about specifically is the first day I got back onto Warframe. I was playing with my friend, and I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, let's just do missions. I don't know what I wanted before. This was years ago. Last time we played it, I think, was in like 2020, 2021 maybe. So we're like, we're just going to play it. We're going to have some fun. I have some story missions. Let's do the story missions. Those seem like fun. Let's do a story mission. And I'm like, okay, the one we wanted to do was single player only. Shit, that sucks. And I start looking at the other missions that I had ready, because he did basically everything already, because he's gotten back into the game pretty seriously. So rest in peace, my friend, who I call friend. May he find a way out again, eventually. But I saw that I had a mission to get a Warframe, which is like those characters you can play. Each character has their own different unique abilities and stuff. And I had a mission where I could unlock all the pieces to make a Warframe that my friend loves and I do want. So I'm like, okay, let's finish this mission. And it's like a bunch of like riddles and shit. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where I left off with these riddles, so I'm just gonna Google the answers. And I Google the answers, and I'm like, okay, we gotta do this mission. Okay, gotta do this mission. And after like 2 of those, I did like a little bit of the mission already. It was like, you can unlock Limbo. That's the name of the Warframe. You can unlock Limbo now. Go craft the pieces and make it happen. And I'm like, great, cool, I like that. And I go to the craft thing, and I'm like, it's not here. Why isn't it here? I don't have the Limbo blueprint. Why? Maybe I just didn't buy the Limbo blueprint. So I go to the store, or I go to the Warframe selection thingy, where I see that I already had Limbo completely bought already. And I'm like, I already like just bought the character with like credits in the game, and I'm like, well, shit, why did I spend all my time doing this one? So I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna, who do I have that I can craft? And I don't remember at all the name of the character that I had available to craft. It was somebody, and I was like, I'm gonna craft that one. And then my friend's like, haha, you have to wait 3 days. But also, double haha, you need a Warframe slot for that. And I'm like, shit, I don't know if I have a Warframe slot, because you can only carry so many Warframe characters without having to like spend like money to get more slots. So I was just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend money. So I'm like, I'm like, okay, I have 4 platinum, which is like the in-game paid currency. I'm like, okay, I have 4 platinum. If I get 16 more, I could get a Warframe slot for whatever the hell this Warframe is that I'm just trying to get. Let me just ask in the trading chat. Because at this point I didn't have anything to offer. I didn't know how to offer anything else. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go over there and I'm going to say, hey, we'll give head for 16 platinum, please. And I send it, and I think nothing of it, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm just being stupid. I kind of just did it as like a thing to get my friend to laugh, because he thought it was funny, and I thought it was funny. So we were just like, hey, we'll just have a little chuckle about this, and then just sort of continue on with our just doing missions and stuff. But lo and behold, somebody actually answers the call. I get a notification from somebody who just says like, hey, or something. I don't remember. Actually, hold on. I have the messages. Okay, so as it turns out, I do not have that exact message script thing. I took some screenshots after the fact, but what I do have is the story. So basically, he's like, hey, and I'm like, are you down? He's like, yep. I don't remember the exact order of operations that happens here. All I know is that eventually, after like 30 seconds of talking, I get an invite from them to go to their like ship so I could see them to blow them, basically. Which isn't a thing you can do in the game, by the way. This is all just completely stupid. Just like, I'm gonna go over there and waggle around in front of them, and we're just gonna have a laugh about it. It's gonna be cool. And apparently my friend is looking at the person who's messaging me, and he's like, holy shit, that person's like the highest level anything you could do with Warframe. He's basically mastered everything. He's just doing this to take the piss because he thinks it's funny. I'm like, hell yeah, because I think it's funny too. So we're just having a fucking, basically it's just me, who is this low level dumbass, and the god of the video game is just like, yeah, that's funny. Alright, come here. Blow me for a second, or I'll give you some platinum. And so I go to his ship, and for like 2 minutes, I'm just kind of there in front of him, like just waggling around. And I do have messages here, so I'm like, just say when. Boo. It's for whatever reason, message there. Just say when, BB, instead of like baby. And they're like, okay, thank you. And so I'm just waggling around for a while. And then eventually he moves, so I assume he's done. And I'm like, do you give cash or do you have checks? Because I'm like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna, whatever it may be. And he says, I give cold hard plat. So after this, I'm getting paid. It's a good day to be me. Huzzah! And I'm like, that's what I like to see. And then, out of nowhere, the game just crashes. Like, not the game crashes, like the lobby ends. And I'm like, oh, no. Did he just juke me into giving some... He seems so legitimate. Did he really just jip me out of getting my platinum? This is ridiculous. What he does instead, I guess, to make sure... It's like a drug addict. Like, no, you don't give them money. You give them, like, the food they say they're going to use the money for. And so, instead of giving me the platinum, I then, in a few minutes, receive a gift from them in my inbox. And it attached is a winky face and a Warframe slot. A very generous gift from this person, and they literally just gifted me the thing I wanted, and I was like, babe, you rule, and I gave him a little smiley face, which I thought was where that story was going to end, but it did not end there, because afterwards he's like, I want to give you a tip, because it was so awesome, I'm giving you a tip. And so he invites me, and I don't have any pictures of this, unfortunately, but he invites me back to his dojo, which is like where you can do like trades and stuff, and he gives me, for literally just dicking around and like waggling in front of him for a few minutes, he gives me a fucking cool gem thing and 69 platinum, which I don't know the currency conversion rate in the game, but that's a lot. You can get a fair amount of stuff with 69 platinum. Like and again, he already got me the Warframe slot too, so I basically made away with like 69 plus 16. That's fucking 85 platinum basically. I got away with 85 platinum just for waggling around in front of this guy, pretending I was blowing him in the game. It was fucking hilarious. Me and my friend were dying laughing the entire time, and I'm like, there's no way this is happening. And I give him a fish, because I had to give him something in return, so I give him a fish. And we're both just like, there's no way this is happening. And he confirms it. And we're both just freaking out, laughing our asses off, like, this is amazing. It was the funniest fucking thing in the world. And it may not seem like much talking about it, just because you guys don't really, I imagine most of you probably don't play Warframe. If you do not play Warframe, I don't suggest it, because it's a very grindy game, so you're going to be spending a lot of time doing a bunch of nothing, basically. I suggest playing it if you like watching movies, because you can play it while you watch movies. There you go. But yeah, that's about it for the story. So basically, to sum up, I went on to Warframe after a while, wanted a Warframe slot, asked if I can get it if I blew them as a joke, and somebody actually responded, and so I went into their house, did some quick little shuffles, and then I ended up with a Warframe slot and 69 platinum, because damn, it was nice. And it was just absolutely epic. It was such a funny freaking tale, and such a funny thing that happened to me. I had to talk about it here. And I figured it was a good start to the Cannibal Crossing Quickie week. So stay tuned for tomorrow, where I'll be talking about something else. It won't be this. I don't know what it's going to be. I do kinda, but not really. So we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see. So thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Cannibal Crossing Quickies. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.